Hey everybody, Allie here, and of course welcome back to our channel. Now this is kind of an off-brand video. This is just going to be me just getting some things off my chest here. Not even honestly sure if it's going to make it onto the channel, but just in case that it is, not sure what exactly I'm going to say here. I'm pretty upset, as you guys probably know, so we'll just go ahead and put a general language warning out. So little kids, shield your ears just in case I say anything a little bit, like I said, off-brand for myself personally. But this is just going to be a video discussing my personal thoughts with the recent Upper Deck situation here, and just talking about, I guess, just what I've been really thinking about, you know, with all of this stuff, and what really the channel means to me and things like that. So if you're not aware of the Upper Deck situation, Bossman and I received an email from the Hobby Enforcer Specialist Monday night, and in the email it stated we are receiving a violation for selling sealed product that has not been out for 180 days yet on our website, so about 6 months, because you can, I guess, sell older Upper Deck products online, even if you're not an online diamond dealer, if they've been out for over 6 months. And that we need to take it off immediately, and that, you know, that's our second violation. We do actually, full disclosure, Bossman has a street date breaking violation from 2018 or so, because we opened either Series 1 or Series 2 hockey at 10 a.m., and our posted store hours is 12 noon. So Upper Deck considered us listing some singles on eBay as breaking street dates. Personally, I think it's ridiculous, but rules are the rules. You know, it is what it is. Whatever. So that was considered our first violation a few years ago. But of course, Bossman responded to the email very promptly, saying, "Hey, we don't ship sealed product. It's all breaks. It's all, you know, all just personal breaks on our site. Please, you know, make sure to check out all the individual listings for the different products they pointed out. Of course, the different hockey products and the 2 different golf that we had on the website, and to please call him." So didn't receive a call back on Monday. Of course, proceed with the personal breaks. Did take off all our inventory temporarily, just, you know, to show that we obviously acknowledge them. We received the email. We're not trying to be difficult, you know, that we took all the inventory off, made everything out of stock. So then we get a call from the guy from Upper Deck about 4 o'clock, I'd like to say, on Tuesday. Bossman, I did get to hear a decent amount of the conversation. Bossman put him on speaker because, you know, of course, Bossman owns the shop, but I do all the things here. It pertains to me. You know, of course, I open the boxes. I do everything related to personal breaks. I built the website. I built the channel. I edit the video, you know, but I do all of that stuff. So just, you know, I was listening, and on the phone, the guy said that we actually were receiving 2 violations. One for having a public price on the items, not being an online diamond dealer, and being able to add Upper Deck products to a cart on our website. So we received 2 violations for that. Whereas, like I said, the email said we received 1 for sealed product. That just wasn't a thing that we were doing. So instead, it turned into 2 violations. Because apparently you can only show the price if you're one of those authorized internet retailers, the online diamond dealers, which I believe there are 5 in the country. So, you know, it's like, okay, all right, Bossman, and I just think, you know, okay, that's weird, but if it's in the whatever agreement, because they said it was in violation of the Upper Deck agreement, then okay, what can we do to become, you know, an authorized online retail, one of those online diamond dealers? And it's essentially, it's not possible. Now, of course, I mean, you know, what is the problem with doing personal breaks? Of course, box openings are fine. Doing preview boxes is actually fine. Opening cases for the shop is fine. But doing, you know, any kind of personal break, if you have public prices, like I said, or if you're able to add anything to the cart, that's considered not kosher. Now, other places that do it's like, you know, whether it be Cards Infinity or other breakers where it's email for price and you keep everything private, and it just, for us, that just feels kind of shady, because how you can't verify to people that you're telling everybody it's the same price. And it's just, you know, there is that way to get around it, to keep it kind of private, but still showing the videos on the channel. And it just, you know, was saying that's a lot of extra work. You guys may know that even we used to do stream specials when the channel was a lot smaller, didn't have nearly 26,000 of you guys watching. We had to move away from that just because it was too much to handle with different people asking for different cards, keeping track of all the emails, being able to invoice people, because we did used to have PayPal, but due to some major issues on PayPal's part this past year for accounting and just all different kinds of errors. We've moved away from using PayPal, so we don't even have a way to take payments unless, like Cash App or Venmo, and even that seems a bit sketchy for us. We're not comfortable with it. And in terms of workload, it's just an extra workload. So you guys are free if you want to say, Allie, you're just being lazy. There's a way around it. You're not wrong, but you're not right either. But, we're told, that most of the people that have been online diamond dealers and people that have been on the wait list to become an online diamond dealer, have been with Upper Deck for, 20 or more years. And it's like, cool. So we're competing with people that, shops that have been around almost as long as I've been. It's like, okay, sorry, I didn't open a store when I was 3. I'm smart, but I'm not that smart. But it's just one of those things where it's like, okay, so, right, we're be put on the wait list, maybe. And, if we are on our best behavior and we continue to buy every single product from Upper Deck and, we show growth by moving into a larger location, and, we continue to promote Upper Deck, all their products, and build a community, because, apparently we don't have that here. And, if we build a community, then maybe in 5 years we could be considered for it. So, 5 years from now, but to not get our hopes up, because, no one has ever had a violation who's an online diamond dealer. So, guy was, in my opinion, a real jerk. He seemed very happy to tell us that basically it's not, we're not good enough for them. But, so of course, try. I know some people were asking in the video yesterday. It's just, what can we do? It's like, at this point, we can't really do anything. Like I said, we could go through all those extra steps, but I have so much on my plate. Like I said, I can't even do, the off sales. What we do occasionally, if there's something that I haven't listed yet and someone messages, or if, like, someone, like, you guys may have seen Sinvicta recently buying cases of Thrones, full cases, if it's a little bit, if Bossman can work a little bit of a deal, if we have a lot of cases, sometimes I'll make special listings on the website, but then, like, does that count as being able to buy an Upper Deck product on the website? Is that going to get us in trouble? It's just one of those things that we're not comfortable messing with it, especially because, like I said, they gave us 2 more violations, so anything else would get us booted from being able to carry Upper Deck product in general. And, just in terms of, like, the business side, it's very frustrating. I keep alternating between being, like, angry and being like, this stinks, obviously it's a horrible situation, just being very, very upset about it. Because, of course, for me, it's 2 different perspectives. It's the perspective of the employee and then the perspective of the person that, offers these personal breaks and engages with you guys and has an absolute blast. When I pull a card and someone's like, oh, I really like that in my collection. I just enjoy opening up hockey so much. I enjoy opening up Marvel too, of course. Upper Deck also has the rights to Marvel. Upper Deck also has other non-sports like James Bond. They come out with the occasional Alien set and other usual, less frequent, but also other non-sports releases. And it's just one of those things where it's like, okay, so we can still get the product, but can't really share those experiences with you guys anymore. So now, if you guys watch a lot of hockey videos, usually at the end of videos, or sometimes even at the beginning, but I do like to mention a lot that it's thanks to you guys watching the channel and things like that, that we get to carry so much hockey, and how it makes me so excited, because I love hockey. Because truth be told, I mean, Series 1 always sells, Series 2 always sells in store, but in terms of that, in the Tampa Bay area, yes, we have the Lightning. Yes, we're very proud of the Bolts when they win. But for the average person, people don't care about hockey. Literally, even our TCG player guy, Billy, last week, I convinced him to watch Game 5 of the finals. He's 26. That's the first hockey game he's ever watched in his entire life. Hockey, all disclosure, hockey doesn't sell here. So not having the channel means that just hockey is... Like I said, we'll still get Series 1, still get Series 2, do, live videos, live openings of that. Other products that typically do well here, the Cup, Black Diamond, SPX, that's about it. The products that we used to carry before the channel in terms of hockey, we of course still have it. Still have box previews, maybe getting like max a case of each release, just because it's just dead product in the shop. So that's something that I'm really sad to see go, that experience that I used to be able to get from you guys, and building that together, and just... just losing that really hurts. Of course, from Bossman's perspective, that's a lot of money that no longer will be flowing through the shop, and that's very frustrating. But like I said, for me, it's just, I'm just very, upset about it. Like I said, I'm sitting here, I feel like I'm just ranting about how sad I am. Not sure if this is going to get uploaded, but I figured it's worth, just getting off my chest, because I've been trying to figure out how I feel about it, and what it means to be able to do personal breaks. And what it is like I said, hockey is something I enjoy. You know, being able to pull a card, like for me, you guys know Ben Bishop is my favorite. Anytime I pull a Ben Bishop card, I don't care if it's a 25-cent base card. I don't care if it's a $2 napkin relic. I'm just very happy to see it. If I buy a box and I get a Ben Bishop card, I'm happy with the box. I don't care if the box technically has stinky hits and the average breaker would be like, that was trash, just buy another one so that way maybe you'll get your money back next time. Just keep going, it's fine. You know, I open hockey for enjoyment. It's my favorite sport. I feel the most comfortable with it. Seeing, players from my favorite team, or just seeing like big names that I recognize, being like, wow, that person's a legend, seeing different stuff. I just enjoy the sport. And I feel like that's something that, not tooting my own horn or anything, but I know a lot of breakers are mainly there just, to get value hits. Of course, with the See It to Believe It segments, I do highlight super hits from our live streams to get people to maybe their eyes drawn to the channel, as like a little advertising tactic. Be like, look at this super cool hit, keep watching. Maybe you'll see other cool stuff pop up. But, I'm just here for the enjoyment. I know a lot of people think that, for some reason, they think I'm rich, think I'm loaded. It's like, yes, some break places, it's a lot of people make a lot of money. I'm hoping that after I pay my taxes at the end of the season, that my reach goal is maybe I'll make $35,000 this year. I'm here because I love cards. I'm not here to just, run a bunch of breaks and do a bunch of crazy stuff and, make a bunch of money and then the market crashes or falls apart like some people predict and then run away into oblivion. I'm here really to just share my enjoyment of these cards, share, my excitement for all these different things with you guys. And I think, a lot of you people see that and feel like I'm a little more genuine. I've gotten comments on that. It's more genuine than some other people. And it's just, I feel like what I'm able to share, the most knowledge that I have, the most, true passion for these cards. It's like that has been ripped away from me. So that's more so what is mostly upsetting me. Maybe it's selfish. I should be more concerned about, how that affects the business. But like I said, we used to carry select hockey products, and we'll go back to that, and it'll be fine. Marvel, we carried Marvel before. We used to open all of it, and then of course with you guys really having a strong Marvel community that follows the channel, would not open all of it for some products. It depends on how much our allocations were, and do some personal breaks. Of course, we'll just go back to opening all of it, so you guys will still be able to see those previews, still see what all these new products look like from Upper Deck. Just unfortunately won't be able to buy any boxes from us. Like I said, seems like there's 5 online diamond dealers in the country that you can purchase boxes from, or you can find someone that goes out of their way, jump through hoops to do personal breaks somewhere else. But like I said, for the Upper Deck, they've decided we're on thin ice. Anything else, that's it, we're gone. So not going to be messing with any kind of personal breaks. I know I'm getting DMs and comments on Instagram saying go private with it. I know people have even joked before, like, Allie, just do your own box breaks. Start an OnlyFans and do box breaks there. It's unsecret. And it's like, no. Apparently there's a little clause in the contract for Upper Deck that if you are, and I don't know when this was newly added, but if a shop is funneling to a third party to run different kind of breaks that Upper Deck doesn't approve of, that will also lose your status. So it can't even pretend Bossman and I have a falling out and I go start my own third channel or some other party, me purchasing the boxes from Bossman to then go ahead and do personals for people. That would also get us in trouble. But there is some ways to do breaks. I know some people are asking how come other places get to do stuff. Bossman was talking with that hobby enforcer from Upper Deck saying, we don't do group breaks. We don't feel comfortable with it. Of course, if you do a 30-team break of the cup, a case of the cup, there's going to be a lot of people not getting cards. It feels like gambling. And the Upper Deck employee said that they feel the same way, but that's still, it's considered okay because it's as if you're buying singles from the product instead of something resembling a box of the product from a non-online diamond dealer. So that's why you could do things like that. But that's, we do occasional draft. The most recent draft we did was Star Wars Signature Series, a 20-box, 20-person case draft. And that took, between communicating people, about 2.5 weeks, just because issues with emails. It's, we don't have a fancy website. I've mentioned before, I built the website, I built the channel. It's not super professional. It's, everything looks pretty nice, but it's very rinky-dinky for what it is, to be honest. But, I put a lot of hard work into it, and I know a lot of you see that, so I hope you guys still appreciate I'm trying my best. So that's just not something that, one, we feel comfortable doing, but even if we did. It's not super feasible to be able to do so. And it's just, this big old rant here, but just going through, like I said, sorting out my feelings, my thoughts on everything, and just, just to be told, essentially, because, like I was saying, it feels like that guy was super happy to tell us how bad we were and how we're breaking and we're horrible, horrible people, essentially, for selling people hockey cards. But, to be told that, we need to show growth, we got to move to a bigger store. Meanwhile, Boss Man's spending, a bunch of money right now, having a big remodeling, getting ourselves set up for Wizards Play Network premium status with Magic the Gathering, putting in hardwood floors, repainting the walls, just spent thousands of dollars replacing all the lights, refurbishing the shelves and tables, and just getting the actual physical store, like, really super nice, really modern, really freshly renovated, just to put like a new face for Titan. Of course, we do have this other location that has all my stuff, all the streaming studio and things like that. That's not a disclosed location. We don't have an address for it because, I remember one time during the streams when I used to have just that corner built in the shop, there's someone banging on the window. Like, it's not safe. It's not safe to be like publicly, well, we do have the second, X square footage locations. Our shop is technically this big. It's just not, to be told that that's how you have to show growth. Not the fact that since the inception of the shop function on the website, I believe early May, so about 14 months ago, not, I guess me personally handling, listing, breaking, sharing with you guys, packing up $470,000 worth of product isn't good enough. That's not growth, because you know what? Our shop's too small. So, okay. And to work on building a community, because I guess you guys don't count, right? This is nothing. I was personally offended by those comments. Very upsetting, So, it just, especially also, because not only all these issues with Upper Deck that they see these perceived slights against their products and their company, we've had a lot of employees from Upper Deck engage with the channel. We've had Billy Celio, the product designer from MVP last year. Our MVP product preview for 2021 MVP hockey caught his eye, watched it, even then stopped by that weekend's live stream where we were doing personal breaks, saying, he watched the preview video. He was so happy that I really enjoyed the product because him and his team, they put a lot of work into it, wanted people to really enjoy it, and was so happy that I was sharing being legitimately excited about hockey with our community. And then he stopped by again during lots of our hockey live streams. I remember he was here for Series 2 hockey. I remember I even asked him, why is the day with the cup set so small? There's only 6 cards. Usually it's larger. And he even gave us an exclusive sneak preview saying, well, there is that extended series hockey. Maybe there'll be more cards. And this actually just came in the mail today. One of those new day with the cup cards from extended series. He was right. Of course, Upper Deck has this stuff planned in advance. So to give us that little peek into the future, letting us know that extended series would have those unannounced day with the cup inserts several months ago. It's just crazy. You guys have linked me a podcast that he featured on talking about seeing preview videos here of hockey on the channel and how Upper Deck likes to watch different channels enjoy and share love for hockey. And then in terms of Marvel, Boss Man is personally friends with one of the Marvel, I'm not sure if she's a product designer or just a social media manager for products, is someone who's very involved with the Marvel Card Collectors Worldwide group on Facebook, who I also participated in the podcast for them, talking about how, I caught their attention by sharing and being such a large Marvel presence here for openings on the internets and sharing the love for Marvel comic cards and Marvel Cinematic Universe cards. But even she said that, because Bossman was asking, is there anything that Upper Deck can do about our allocations? We're getting cut regularly by over 60% on all of our Marvel orders. And she even said she'd see, maybe she could talk to distributors to try and help. So Upper Deck employees have enjoyed the channel. Upper Deck employees have stopped by. We've had an Upper Deck, quality control or quality assurance person in the stream. We're opening up Goodwin Champions and was actually personally assisting those people who were unfortunately ending up with missing hits last year. And even, you guys remember this? I don't use it too often. I used it, I think, last time in our case we opened up the Cup Hockey. Did a full case opening that here on the channel. Pretty early on last year, Upper Deck's PR department literally even sent us a breaker mat. But as I mentioned in that video, I wanted to not only share my feelings here, as I mentioned. I'm going to have to watch this back, not even sure if it gets uploaded. But I know I was seeing that people were watching about, 6 minutes of that almost 20-minute video, so I don't know if people are going to watch this instead, but just wanted to, explain everything. But when we were setting everything up, because we know Upper Deck is very strict about their no sealed boxes policy, we did check, did contact Upper Deck, said as long as it's not shipping sealed, personal breaks are fine. But apparently, all those employees that have ever stopped by, that have ever left kind words, that we've ever talked to, that wasn't that hobby enforcer in particular, don't have the authority to say anything. That's not their job. They might not have known, but even if they did, they can't say anything. It's his job to lay down the law. So it is what it is. But just, I'm just sad that, it's kind of selfish, but like I said, I enjoy opening up hockey. Upper Deck seemed to enjoy me opening up hockey as well. And now, definitely going to have to cut back on that. But, doing personal breaks for me, like I was saying, I'm not one of those people, it's just Boss Man and I, we run the shop, we do a lot of work, it's a lot of long hours, a lot of thankless hours as well, just getting everything set up, carrying a little bit of everything, definitely spread yourself thin, Magic, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Weiss Schwartz, Cardfight Vanguard, hockey, basketball, football, non-sports, Star Wars, just, Marvel, all different kinds of specialty products. It's a lot of knowledge to try and maintain. It's a lot of stuff to get sorted. A lot of releases tend to overlap just because usually if you're a TCG card shop for like Magic, it's like you've got your set times. Usually Magic, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! Don't tend to coincide. Sports cards is a whole different ball game. It's not like they're balancing out their schedules based on what Wizards of the Coast is doing with Magic. Stuff will overlap a lot, and it's a lot to maintain. And it's just, I like sharing these cards with people, and even this week it was a great moment. I saw actually Ed M, who I opened up a box of extended series for on Monday, left a comment saying, I just, on yesterday's video, I just, had the personal break yesterday. This is crazy. I can't believe this is happening. But Ed had actually responded, because I do email when it's a recorded break. I like sending, it's a little bit of a template, but I tried to personalize it a little bit, but always saying, here's the link to your video. If there's any issues, please contact, just making sure people are pleased. But, occasionally people do respond, and I do appreciate, I love reading comments. Some of my favorite moments are seeing people get excited. Ed was saying, he's a big fan of Dallas Stars, so he's very excited, and he was very pleased when I pulled that one clear cut of Nick Camano. He thought that was great. And then I pulled the high gloss for him, and that was super awesome, and he was so happy. Or even a couple weeks ago, well, actually, 2 live streams ago, 2 Saturday night live streams ago, we're finishing off, a little bit delayed because we're having the internet issues, but finishing off those X-Men Metal Universe openings, and the last box, the last pack for Steven. Crazy awe. How does this even happen? The last box, last pack of that last box for our resident Domino Super Collector. We did pull a Domino Red Precious Metal Gems. Like, what are the odds on that? That's a crazy experience. For us to be in chats, I think it was almost like 4 a.m. Just having a blast. Because I was able to get somebody something they were really excited about. And that's what this channel means to me. Yeah. I'm not here to run a bunch of group breaks and tell everybody, your stuff was great, buy more, it was wonderful. When I say at the end of every break, whether it's live or recorded, I hope you enjoyed the opening and love these new additions to your collection. I know it's super cheesy, but I mean it, obviously every box you open isn't going to be crazy. Not every box is going to have like a Zion RPA or, right now, what's the big deal? I don't know. If we open up a box of Series 1 next year, if it was a personal break, if that was a thing that was possible, and pull like a high-gloss Caulfield Young Gun, like, obviously not every box is going to have something like that. But for me, like I said, opening hockey is I get, or even like Star Wars and different stuff, as long as I get something that, like, I like, a card from my favorite team, I'm still happy. And I want people to have that experience as well, you know, like actually highlight this past weekend, even more recent, you know, for Jerry, I pulled a tribute Young Gun Dylan Cousins out of Extended Series. And he's like, oh, wow, that's a card for my PC, because I'm a big Sabres fan. And just to know that I pulled something, you know, maybe not, like I said, greatest value in the world, but someone is truly happy with their cards. You know, actually collecting cards the way they're initially intended, just to share love for the sport, or if it's a game, just to have, like, really cool arts and cool effects and synergize with different decks. You know, just to know that someone is happy is what makes me happy. And it's just to know that, honestly, the product that we would get, I mean, still, it's difficult. Allocations are difficult. There's lots of people competing for these products. Lots of companies like to keep stuff for themselves. I know Upper Deck, the representative, was saying, you know, we like to keep, you know, I understand it's why they don't want sealed product, because you may notice, of course, Topps or Panini product, let's say, out of, like, I don't know, let's take the example, Topps Finest Baseball. If it's like, oh, Superfractor Mike Trout auto's already been hit, you know, you can immediately go look at eBay and see people racing to the bottom on prices just because people are like, product's dead, we don't need it anymore, let's go ahead and cheap it out. So Upper Deck, you want select people to be able to sell their product online. They want to be able to have a firm market and not just have people kind of dilute the brand and kind of, you know, make it so that someone who bought a box will look the next day and be like, man, if I just waited 24 hours, it would have been, you know, only 75% of the price. So I understand wanting to keep everything firm, but losing the experience for me is what I think is upsetting me the most, you know, because that's what I love sharing with you guys. And even though, as I was saying, you know, allocations get rough, today you guys are going to be seeing Museum Collection Baseball Preview. Pre-order 10 cases, we get allocated 3 boxes, whereas thankfully, you know, with things like hockey, not only do you guys enjoy it, we see a lot of it on the channel, but it's one of the things that we're able to get the most. So it's curious to see how the channel is going to go from here on out. I'm very curious to see. Definitely, we'll probably have less videos, less personal breaks, of course, especially hockey. The playlist is the largest for hockey openings, just in general on the channel. So I will have a lot of time to take care of other stuff that I'm quite behind on. So definitely going to be reorganizing my schedule a little bit, but it definitely hurts. Definitely hurts a lot. You know, you guys hear me talking about Southern Hobby all the time. You know, I'm used to getting punched in the face regularly by Southern Hobby. You know, it started, you know, I was saying hockey and Star Wars are my favorite things to open, because Star Wars 2 is something I feel comfortable with. But, you know, we've been seeing the numbers, our allocation numbers on Star Wars go down and down and down. It's like, all right, we're resigned to it at this point. But a very big punch in the gut here. Punching, like I said, it feels like I've just been, you know, it's been, something's been ripped away from me to not be able to share hockey with you guys anymore. And I see your guys' angry comments being like, why does Upper Deck get to tell you what to do with their product once you pay for it? I mean, I always thought it was kind of weird, but I mean, those are the rules. That's how Upper Deck works. Not so that I'm trying to sit here and cry somebody into Upper Deck, upper management to, like, fix anything. It's just, I don't, if maybe this reaches somebody and this video touches their hearts, you know, if you consider maybe, I don't know, anything, I don't know, it is what it is. But I just want to share with you guys how I feel and what, you know, like I said, a little bit into what this channel means for me and how this affects us going forward. Hopefully this helped answer any questions you may have had, like why do some other places get to do breaks? You know, why can't you do this? Why can't you do what, like I said, other channels, Card Infinity, to be the most notable, like the email for price and go back and forth and do it that way. I only have so much time on my hands, you know, definitely a lot to keep up with. You know, and like I said, it was given 2 violations. Like I said, the email, what was said in the initial email we got from Upper Deck and what was said over the phone were 2 completely different things. So anything else changes, anything, you know, whether I make a mistake or, you know, policy changes and that's it, then anything Upper Deck can just take away our ability to carry their product at all. So it's not worth that risk to us. Definitely, like I said, just go back to the way it was before the channel in terms of Upper Deck, carrying Upper Deck product, always opening all Marvel, carrying select products of hockey. Definitely, I'll be missing it. Bossman misses, of course, the business-oriented aspects of this issue, but for me personally, it's a big hole right here. But you know, it's not going to stop my love for hockey. Might sour my opinion. You know, it does. I have to admit, you know, to get the delivery notification for you know, these cards that I was so excited about this past weekend, and to be like, well, you know, Upper Deck just, you know, is it, you know, is it me? Is it Upper Deck? Is it, you know, because we've had, like I said, conflicting information. So even though technically it is our fault, you know, we've been given the go-ahead from Upper Deck for, you know, over a year now. Like I said, they literally sent us a mat to open Upper Deck cards on. You know, we've had several employees stop by, several people give kind words, you know. You know, I've been joking, you know, I've been saying in this video, you know, I alternate between going from, like, enraged to, like, sad. I've been joking, you know, between being upset with my parents. I've been saying Lower Deck for, like, the past 2 days, being like, haha, Lower Deck, because they suck, you know, and just, you know, haha, I'm going to start a movement to return the hockey license to Panini, nothing like a woman scorn, ha ha ha, you know, and it's just, this whole situation really, really does suck, you know. I know a lot of you are going to be sad to see hockey go, and losing the experiences that the channel has gone through because of hockey. You know, there's so many people here that, you know, of course I don't personally know, you know, maybe a handful of you. I don't personally know the majority of you, but just thinking, you know, first ever time that I was trusted with a personal break was 2019-20 Series 2 hockey. Charlie H. from Ohio. You know, actually, it was before the shop website was, you know, functioning. It was before there was an actual, be able to actually buy stuff on the website. It was, you know, me posting pictures and then sticking a paragraph on the webpage and then putting a price and then saying, you know, we don't have a thing, please call, and you can take your credit card over the phone. It sounds really suspicious, but Charlie H. had called the shop. I remember being there, the phone ringing. This is when, you know, everything was closed down here in Pinellas County. You know, I'd come in, do mail, and maybe an occasional opening video, and just, you know, have my makeup on, sitting around all day waiting in case, you know, anybody ever orders something. And Charlie had called. And, you know, I've never spoken to Charlie, but I remember being like, you know, what's going on? I hear someone talking about wanting a box of Series 2, and it's like, that's the moment where I'm like, wow, this is happening. I'm going to be able to open hockey for people, let alone hockey. That was just the first ever personal break. I'm going to be able to open boxes for people and share my enjoyment for these products and share the enjoyment for these different sports and non-sports, whatever it may be, with whoever. And just, you know, all these moments that have been shared over hockey. So many people over, you know, in the community because of hockey. And some people I know don't like hockey. I know this past weekend, Bunda, one of the channel members, was like, more hockey. Well, props to you, Bunda. You'll never have to suffer through another hockey personal break again. But, you know, it's just, I'm curious to see what happens, you know. There's a lot of people here for hockey, so losing that big aspect, not only of what I enjoy here, but what a lot of you enjoy. I'm curious to see what happens. I don't know how many people are going to stick around, because obviously, you know, if you guys are here for hockey and I can't offer it anymore, you know, you might like me, but you might not like me that much to stay around. So, like I said, still product previews, still box opening, but, you know, business-wise, can't continue with as much hockey, and that hurts a lot. And it's just, I wish things were different. I wish there's a different way to do things. Like I said, obviously we're very willing to do whatever it takes to upgrade. If it was, you know, doing an application or showing proof of all of our growth, or showing proof of, you know, people enjoying Upper Deck and wanting to see Upper Deck, but nothing is good enough. And like I said, I was very pleased to tell us that, you know, maybe in 5 years we could get considered off the wait list, but not get our hopes up because nobody else has ever done anything bad, you know. Like I said, it's sad to see all the experiences that I get to share with you guys, and just, you know, Bossman's giving me full blanket permission to say whatever, because Bossman, of course, is very upset about the situation. You know, basically we're told without being said that there's no chance, you know, unless hell freezes over, that we'd be able to get to that status in which we can't offer boxes for personal breaks on the website like a normal store ever again. So, you know, that I can rant and rave, and, you know, I have all these like, oh, Upper Deck sucks, you know, different memes and stuff, and then it's like, when it just circles back to it, I'm done getting like all my frustration out. Like I said, I just get sad again. Well, It is what it is. Like I said, don't know if this video is going to make it. I don't know what I sat here for 35 minutes doing. But just in case it does, there might be some stuff I clip out. I know that I had to go grab a tissue at some point. You know, I thought, you know, you'd think sitting on the shower floor for like an hour and a half crying about Upper Deck products would like get it all out of your system, you know, at like 2 a.m. You know, instead of watching, you know, catching up on Loki like I should have been, you know, obviously using my time in a much better way, you think it would get it all out of my system, but apparently not. But just in case, do have to give a big shout out to all of our channel members. Of course, we really appreciate your support. Hope that you're, you know, still enjoying things here. Still, you know, I know some people came for the product and stay for me, you know. You think Upper Deck would have done so as well. Like I said, this is one thing that it's very bittersweet. Like, this is cool. You know, it's like someone like mad that I don't use it. Like I said, it's just the autofocus settings try to focus on all their faces, and it makes the camera twitch like a ton. So I don't use it very much. But, you know, Upper Deck PR did send us a breaker mat. But we can't do breaks, so. But big shout out to all of our channel members. Of course, really truly do appreciate all of your support. To have 8 Black Label fans, Andon, Bounty Hunter Breaks, Epicenter Gaming, Fails Tales, Kira Sildari, Sean F, Stephen Olivo, and Stephen Bly. We also have 12 Gemmin fans, Alberto M, Chicago Infinity, Chris Rivers, D. Von, Dusty Archuleta, Geriatric Geek, Jake Rhino C, Joe Howe, Michael C, Michael Bigelow, Scorecard Collectibles, and Sinvicta. But thank you so much to all of our channel members. Like I said, definitely going to be a little bit of a shift in the content here on the channel. Still going to be seeing those new product previews of hockey, still going to be doing, you know, multiple live case breaks, for the shop, for singles of things, you know, tried and true, very locally popular online also to break for singles, because, you know, Boston 5 cases of Wapiti hockey is fun, not necessarily the best financial decision, but like things Series 1, you know, still seeing those case breaks, Series 2, the Cup, things like that, of course. Higher end hockey products, people love seeing videos titled like, oh, $10,000 case break. Things like that. So those are still be here to stay. New product previews, but not, you know, not nearly as much. Be like 1 box of MVP, 1 box of O-Pee-Chee, 1 box of Ice. I mean, we had ordered like 480 boxes of O-Pee-Chee Platinum. We got cut to 48. Probably just go ahead and open all that when it releases. Was of course supposed to come out a couple months ago. I think that now is coming out in October or so. Opening up all the Goodwin Champions. Continue to open up all the Marvel. At least now. The only silver lining to this is I don't get to make you guys as disappointed when it's like I felt really bad, of course, when Black Diamond came in and we opened all of it instead of having any available for personal breaks with our initial shipment that we got in from Southern Hobby. Now I could just be like, we literally can't, not my fault, literally can't talk to Upper Deck if you have complaints, you know what I mean? So that's the only thing, is now I just get to stop feeling guilty. Anytime we don't have a product available, just be like, not my fault. That's Upper Deck's problem. Sorry, I can't help you. But thank you so much to all of our channel members. Like I said, lots of different shifts here in focus here on the channel, but I hope you guys will still be enjoying the ride anyways. If you guys do end up leaving, I mean, like I said, can't fault you for it. If I'm not offering what you guys are here for, I still hope that you guys do stop by every now and then. So, like I said, even if Upper Deck doesn't think our community counts, we still appreciate you guys. But that does it here for this rant video. What the heck? 40 minutes of BS. My mom had to stop me. I'm not monetizing this video, so I'll just go for it. But my parents had to like stop me from like logging in doing one of my like angry segments, logging in under the Trove account and pinning a comment that said #1 bullshit Upper Deck on the video yesterday. But that's what it feels like. That's what it feels like. Like I said, I'm feeling a lot of emotions. I think this video here helped me just kind of explain to you guys. Hopefully I described everything well. If you guys have further questions, go ahead and leave a comment down below. I'll try my best to get back to you guys. Definitely have a lot of eBay stuff to catch up on today. At least I can start crossing stuff off my to-do list because I'm not bogged down with all the extended series box openings. Definitely a lot less fun, but, you know, had to get done eventually. So, just going to try and stay positive here. We do have our last 2 ever boxes live this weekend for Mike B of Extended Series, and then it just only openings from the shop from here on out on Upper Deck products, unless Upper Deck decides they don't like us anymore, and they just, so. But that's it here. Thank you so much. I hope you guys, if you do end up seeing this video, hope you guys found it maybe a little bit of a peek into me, into my feelings, into the situation in further detail. Like I said, been getting a lot of people asking questions, so hopefully this answered some stuff that you may have. Thank you so much for watching, everybody, and make sure to tune in again on Friday for Gypsy Queen got delayed, Cardfight Vanguard got delayed, but Panini Chronicles Racing. Maybe we'll just become like Super NASCAR channel, who knows. But that does it here for this video. Thank you for watching, everybody. Take care. Hope to catch you in the next one. Bye.